For Chicago, for example, yesterday we had the extreme heat watch. It's been downgraded because we thought it would be 95, feeling like 106. And now we see 94, feeling like 103. You're splitting hairs there. Whether it's feeling like 103 or 106, it's just plain hot. A good chunk of the country dealing with heat like that. Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Lonnie, thanks for the heads up.
And that heads up that Lonnie gave us about is also referring to the dangerous heat in Chicago.
Ash-har Quraishi is there and tells us it's hard to find relief in the Windy City.
Chicago is sweltering under a heat dome with temperatures that can feel like 110 degrees or higher. Reminding locals of Chicago's deadliest weather disaster 30 years ago this month, when the city experienced 100-degree-plus temperatures for 5 straight days.
Chicago's deadly heat wave has been described as a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
739 people died then, most of them elderly, poor, and living alone without air conditioning. Within weeks of the tragedy, the city opened its Office of Emergency Management and developed a comprehensive heat emergency strategy. Focused on the most vulnerable populations, Chicago opened cooling centers, encouraged well-being checks, and for the first time, put local, state, and federal agencies in the same room.
Everything and anything we could ever need comes in and out of this room.
Kayla LaRiviere manages the city's emergency heat response.
Are there specific changes in terms of the alert system or the threshold for when you activate?
The National Weather Service as a whole really looked at that particular disaster, and as their lesson learned, they updated their thresholds. And we now activate at a certain level that's lower than what it once was in 1995. You know, it may seem like it's not that big of a deal that it's going to be 96. Well, when we look at the heat index, meaning we're combining it with humidity, it's going to be a lot hotter.
The city has opened its 280 cooling centers for residents citywide. Now, the CDC says when temperatures rise above 90 degrees, indoor fans become less effective and can actually raise body temperatures. That's why those cooling centers are so important, especially if you don't have air conditioning.